Day 187, hot topic number 3, hot issue number 3, the weather. It took me years to realize that San Francisco has the best weather on the entire planet. No, I do not have to see every single city to know that. I've traveled to enough places and I've come back from enough places to kiss the literal ground of this place every time I come back from anywhere else. In these last few years, when you see how hot the rest of the world has gotten, how hot the rest of the United States has gotten, there's this little blue patch whenever they show the heat map, and it's my amazing, incredible city called San Francisco. So, the biggest thing that we're known for, the biggest feature of our weather, is the fog. And the fog is actually historic. I won't go into the whole mechanisms of why the fog is a feature of San Francisco. It has to do with hot air, cold air, and the fact that we're surrounded by water on 3 sides. Okay? And I'll just, again, without further confusing you, but the fog, where the Golden Gate Bridge is right now, as you know, if you've been to San Francisco, it's not uncommon for the fog to completely block out where the Golden Gate Bridge is. The thing is that the fog blocking out that area is actually what hid this part of what is now known as San Francisco from explorers who were coming up the coast of California. The fog hid the little inlet there, and they just kept going, not knowing that there was anything there. It wasn't until a group came up on horseback that they realized, oh wow, there's something here, we can't just continue going. So anyway, the fog quite literally played a role into how San Francisco was founded, how San Francisco was formed. If you visited San Francisco, you'd also realize that the weather app is kind of useless because San Francisco's covered with microclimates. Here, I'm gonna give you a very rough overview of where the best weather is in San Francisco, okay? What they call the sunset, they called it that to incentivize people moving out there because ain't no sun to be seen out in the sunset, okay? It's basically oatmeal soup, all right? Here's the deal. Everything past Twin Peaks, that's a fog. It's not uncommon for San Francisco to get beautiful sunny days. We get a lot of those, but usually we don't. We have a more temperate climate where it never gets humid here. When I was a kid, we used to get a lot of rain. We don't really see lots of rain. We don't really see those extremes in temperatures the way that you see in other places. And I think people might argue that we stay on the colder side, but it's something that I have found to be extremely grateful for. And here's the thing, even on days when it is cold, you can almost always find sun in San Francisco. You know where? The Mission District, Bayview, Mission Bay, Castro normally gets a pretty much perfect little microclimate, and they still get the breeze because it's bordered by the fog belt being pretty much Twin Peaks, everything past that. Outer Richmond, Outer Sunset, all bets are off. That is a nice little overview of how the weather and the microclimates kind of work in San Francisco.